Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So I have a fun collaboration project that I'm going to get started on with Flex Machine Tools. What we're going to be doing is machining this piece of 1/2-inch thick aluminum into the USA flag. We're just going to be making a USA flag logo out of this, but we're also going to be adding my A-Bomb 79 logo into this as well. And I'm excited to see how that's going to come out because it's a newer style of logo for me that I helped design last year sometime. And I haven't really put it to work yet for anything. And I think that this is going to be just a nice looking logo, something that we might be able to use on some parts in the future that the CNC machine and maybe even some channel art there to use as well. But Flex had reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in machining something like this and sending it to them and let them display it at the trade show. So that's what this is going to be about. Hopefully this is going to turn out good, this exact piece of aluminum right here, and we'll do some machining to make it look like a cool American flag. And then if it turns out good, we're going to send this up there to Flex, and then they're going to take it with them to Fabtech, and you can go by their booth and actually see it on display there at Fabtech. And if you've never been to Fabtech, I highly recommend going. It's an awesome trade show. It has all the best of the best is going to be there from all sorts of metalworking, welding, and manufacturing industries. They're all going to be there. So if you do plan on going to Fabtech, go by and see all the folks there at Flex Machine Tools. It's a great group of individuals. You'll really enjoy being able to just talk shop with them and hang out and have a good time. So I'm excited to get started on this. To get started, I need to get some tools loaded up, so I'm going to be using a few of my Heimer shrink fit tools here. I need to swap out a few cutters. We're going to be going with a 1/4 inch end mill, a 1/2 inch end mill, and also a 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch chamfer mill there as well for a couple of the ops. And then for the milling, I've got a 2-inch Walter face mill we're going to run that actually has aluminum inserts mounted on it. So hopefully that's going to leave a really nice finish on there, and we're going to have a good looking part there that we can display as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get some tools installed, and I'll get them all loaded up and get that done so that we can just get started on the machine work. So I'll bring you along for the ride. I'm going to try to give you some good video of the machining. You know, it's always tricky trying to get some good video inside those machines just because of all of the coolant spraying around everywhere. But we'll get some video of the machining, and maybe we'll just have a time lapse there that you can watch the whole thing being machined from beginning to end, and it won't take all day to see all that. So let's go ahead and get started on it. But before we actually get started, I want to do one other thing. I was going to mention that this plate was cut on the new FlexJet there at Flex Machine Tools. That's one of the machines that they just started building and selling as a water jet. And so this is a really beautiful looking cut there. And the basic dimensions is 8.5 by 11. So I actually want to measure this with some calipers and see how close this piece of aluminum is cut to that spec that they put into their FlexJet. So let's check that out, and then we'll jump over on the machine and start doing some machining. So like I said, I want to measure this guy and see how it measures on the water jet cut. So nominal size was 11 inches. Let's see what we can get. Right there, I'm getting 11 inches and 2 thousandths. Look at that. 11 inches and 3 thousandths. That is close. Let's see what's measuring this way here. 8.499. You guys see that? Let's get it out here. 8.499. 497 and 499. A couple thousandths taper. That's pretty incredible for it being a water jet cut. That is super cool. So we're not going to be doing any frame milling on this. We're actually going to leave the water jet cut on the outside of that plate there. I want to remove this helical 6-flute end mill out of this holder right there. I've only got two of these shrink fit holders, and I want to put a different, we're actually going to put this 3-flute carbide end mill in the holder. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove it. Put it over there. Now it's going to be an A3. It's got to get the right disc. All right, A3. Bring it down until it touches the holder, just like that. There we go. And then what we can do is slide it over here to this side here. And take our cooling sleeve, drop it on there, and let it cool. Now technically I didn't have to do that. We could have just probably had the other cutter ready and put it in there, but I wasn't thinking about that. So we'll just let it cool down slightly, and then I'll go ahead and get this 3-flute staged right here, ready to go. Yep. Okay, it's already cooled down there. Yeah, that's cool enough. So we'll just go ahead and reset it over here. Just do that same process again. I'm watching the counter down there, and it is good to go. I want to hold it. There we go. I just wanted to hold it in place so that it wouldn't go all the way down into the flutes there. Bring it right back over here and let her cool down. All right, so we're also going to do that. I've got some more, I got another 1/4-inch end mill holder here. I want to get a 1/4-inch end mill installed as well. All right, we've got our new 1/4-inch shrink fit holder all cleaned up, got all the oil off of it. We haven't used this one yet, so there's still some oil on it. And inside, our 1/2-inch should be nice and cool, which it is. So that one is good to go. We'll go ahead and tell you what, I'm just gonna move it off out of the way, and then we'll focus on that guy right there. So I've got a new Walter 1/4-inch 4-flute end mill that we are going to put inside this guy right here. Yep. Brand spanking. All right, I'm gonna lay it right there to stage it. And this one is gonna be, let's see, 6 to 8 cooling sleeve right there. Need to change this guy over to standard A2. All right. And we're gonna take A3, put it in a drawer, and then get our A2 disc. Just bring this guy on down here. And we are ready to heat it up and install the cutter. All right, let's see if it's cooled down. It's been about 20, 25 seconds. Guy is ready to go. So now we have our 1/4-inch and 1/2-inch ready to load into the Flex. I'm going to be making use of my Mighty Bite brand jaws here for the vise there. These are the Talon grip inserts that we got bolted down to the top of the jaws, and they have that really nice serrated edge there that helps bite into your workpiece. And then we've got an edge work stop set up there so that we can just drop a workpiece in here, and we can slide over till it just touches the stop. And it's down low enough so that it's going to clear the face mill. Any cutters that come out this way, this is well below the work surface. All right, don't take a whole lot of clamping pressure to hold that with these Talon jaws biting into that aluminum there. All right, guys, we got you loaded up in the machine. So let's go ahead and hit cycle start. This is going to be 2 ops. So what we're going to do is deck one side there, which is where we're going to start with. We'll deck it, chamfer it. I'll clean it off. We're going to flip it upside down, put it back in the vise, and finish out op 2. So here we go. All right, so what it just did there was it actually moved down to home 0, 0 so that I can take a look at the plate, which is what I'm going to do now. I know you can't see it, but all we were doing was removing 10 thousandths from that side, and I'm inspecting it to make sure there's no low spots that we missed, and it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on, hit cycle start, and we'll finish out this side here. Okay, so that was the end of op 1 there, and I'll bring you down here so you guys can see this. The chamfer looks nice. That's what happens when you open the door during the middle of a cycle there. Our first side looks good. We got it decked off, and we've got a nice looking chamfer all the way around it. So now we'll just go ahead and flip it over so we can start our op 2. Just want to make sure there's no chips sitting on this parallel edge. Slide it over against our work stop. Be all it needs right there. All right, we'll get you loaded back up in the machine so you guys can finish out op 2. All right, and just like on the other side, we got this program so that the gantry moves out of the way so that I can actually inspect the plate to make sure that it cleaned up. And yes, we are cleaned up nicely, so we're going to carry on with our operations here. All right, well, this guy should be all finished up. We got our air hose, and let's go ahead and unveil our machine work. There we go. I think it looks pretty good. We just need to get it cleaned up a little bit. How you like the new logo there? It's got a nice fresh look to it with like more of a linear pattern, so it should fit on the parts like that a little bit better versus the older traditional logo that we have. So that last stop, what we were doing was coming back across the part to remove the burrs from the stars. And all we did was just take 0.02 off of that, just enough to clean the surface again and take away all the burrs there, and it works beautifully. So all the burrs are gone. There's no burrs there on the logo. It looks good, man. I'm happy with it. I've actually got one more piece of this material there that they cut for me, and I plan on machining another one for myself. I think we'll machine a second one there, and I'll have it to where I can just mount that on the wall in the office and just, I don't know, just have another cool conversation piece. It's something that we machined out here on the Flex CNC. Let's get this guy out of here and get it cleaned up. All right, guys, there it is. We got her all cleaned up, and I gotta say, I like it. I think it looks great. That is a really nice looking design that the fellows up there at Flex Machine Tools, they were coming up with this, and I just think it looks great, and I really love the way the new logo turned out on this. First time that I machined that particular logo into something, and I look forward to having this now that we can utilize on some of our future machining projects and parts that we might make that we want to put our logo on. I think it just fits really well with the CNC side of things. So awesome job. I had a lot of fun with this. I mean, this really was just a fun project to do, just having fun in the shop, running the Flex machine tool over there, and just making a really cool, great looking part on it. So I'm gonna get this guy cleaned up, get it boxed up and shipped up there to Wapakoneta, Ohio. That's where Flex Machine Tools is. And be sure that if you're gonna go to Fabtech this year, September 2023 at the McCormick Center in Chicago, take a few minutes and go by and meet the folks there at Flex Machine Tools and talk with them and hang out. Just a really great group of individuals there to talk to and associate with. And I guarantee you'll have a good time hanging out with them and talking with them. And if you do, make sure you check out the American flag that we machined over here on our Flex. So that's it. Like I said, just had a really good time today messing with this and getting this guy machined. And I've got one more piece of this aluminum that I'm going to machine off of camera so that I can have one for myself, and maybe we'll hang it on the wall in there in the office. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you later.